Ladies and gentlemen, what if I told you that the single most powerful force shaping your life isn't your circumstances, your past, or your talent? It's the voice inside your head. The words you speak to yourself every day are either building your future or silently tearing it down. But here's the truth. Change your inner dialogue and you can change your life, starting today. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how. Every day we speak words that either strengthen or weaken us, often without even noticing. Think about it. How often have you told yourself, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never make it"? Now imagine what could happen if for just 7 days you flip that script, replacing doubt with confidence, fear with courage, and self-sabotage with belief. The truth is your words have power. By changing the way you speak to yourself, you can change your mindset and your life. Stick with me and I'll show you how shifting your inner voice can open doors you didn't think existed. This isn't just about positive thinking or feel-good phrases. It's about reshaping your reality from the inside out. The words we speak to ourselves can elevate us or hold us back. Every recurring thought, every repeated phrase, and every belief we reinforce becomes the foundation of our reality. Sadly, many people live their lives stuck in patterns of negative self-talk, reinforcing limitations they don't even realize they're creating. They think, "I'm not enough," "I can't do this," or "what if I fail?" Over time, those words become beliefs, and those beliefs become truth. But what if, for 1 week, you tried something different? What if you filled your thoughts with belief, strength, and encouragement instead? What if you spoke to yourself like someone who's already unstoppable? Your mind listens to your words. Tell yourself you're capable, strong, and worthy of success, and you'll begin to act like it. When you act like it, your world starts to shift. Today, I'll walk you through how changing your inner voice for just 7 days can transform your mindset and your life. Stay with me as I guide you through affirmations designed to silence doubt, empower your future, and help you unlock your full potential. Affirmation 1. I can achieve anything I truly want. Your thoughts shape your life every single day. How you speak to yourself reflects and often determines the life you're living. If you constantly repeat to yourself that you're not ready, not capable, or not enough, your brain will start to believe it. That negativity becomes deeply rooted and eventually it defines your path. But the good news, you can rewrite your story. What if, for the next 7 days, you focused on a different message? I can achieve anything I truly want. This isn't about wishful thinking. It's about intentionally shifting your mindset. When you affirm your potential, your actions begin to follow that belief. Suddenly, what once felt out of reach becomes something to pursue, not fear. Most successful individuals didn't begin with special advantages. They weren't born with guaranteed success. They succeeded because they had unwavering belief in their ability to keep going even when things got tough. They didn't stop when challenges appeared. They pushed through. It's not about being the smartest or most talented. It's about persistence, belief, and the refusal to let setbacks define the outcome. You already have the potential to reach your goals. The key is believing in that potential, even before it's visible. Success isn't about waiting for the perfect opportunity. It's built through consistent action, even when the conditions aren't ideal. Everyone you admire started somewhere, likely not far from where you are right now. They faced fears and failures too, but they moved forward anyway. Self-doubt quietly kills more dreams than failure ever could. It's easy to think others had advantages you didn't. But success doesn't require luck. It requires a belief that you can and will succeed despite the odds. Too many give up after one setback, believing it's the end. But those who succeed see failure as part of the journey, not the end of it. So what would happen if you shifted your mindset? What if you stopped asking, "What if I fail?" and started asking, "What if I succeed?" Your words create your focus. If you tell yourself you're capable, your actions will start to reflect that, and the results will follow. Belief is powerful, but belief alone isn't enough. You have to act on it. Success doesn't arrive by chance. It comes when you take decisive steps, even when you feel unsure. Most successful people didn't wait until they felt completely ready. They started anyway. They knew waiting for perfect conditions was a trap. Visualize your success. See yourself achieving your goals, moving past obstacles, becoming who you want to be. Visualization isn't fantasy. It's a tool used by top performers to prepare their minds for success. When you see it clearly, your actions begin to reflect that vision and the outcome becomes possible. Success is built over time, not overnight. Small steps taken consistently will eventually lead to breakthroughs. Even when progress feels slow, keep moving. Persistence is the secret to long-term success. You will face hard moments, times when fear and doubt creep in. That's normal. But each challenge is a chance to grow. The path won't always be straight, but every twist and turn teaches you something. With self-belief, you'll start seeing opportunities. Where others see blocks, you'll begin turning setbacks into stepping stones. Forget the idea that success is reserved for the lucky or talented. It's for those who keep going when others quit. You can reach your goals if you choose to believe in them. Start by changing your thoughts. Tell yourself daily that you're capable, then act on it. Your future is waiting. You have the power to build the life you dream of. The only thing standing in your way might be your own belief. Change your mindset and your life will follow. Your future begins with the words you speak to yourself right now. If you want to reach greatness, start by affirming your strength, your worth, and your ability to succeed. Affirmation 2, I have the power to change everything. Your life is yours to shape whatever you want to improve, whether it's your mindset, circumstances, or level of success can begin to shift the moment you take full responsibility. Too often we blame our past, environment, or luck. But lasting change doesn't come from outside forces. It starts when you decide to take control. Transformation doesn't come from waiting. It begins with a choice, a commitment to take ownership of where you are and where you're headed. Once you stop blaming your circumstances or what you lack, you reclaim the power to change your life. Ownership is the key to transformation. Many people spend their lives reacting to what happens around them, hoping things will improve on their own. But there's no perfect moment. If you wait until everything's just right, you may wait forever. The only time to act is now, using whatever tools, skills, or knowledge you currently have. When you take responsibility, you free yourself. You stop being a victim of your past and start becoming the creator of your future. Life doesn't just happen to you, it responds to your choices. Your actions today shape what tomorrow looks like. Don't wait for approval. Don't wait for everything to align. You're in charge. You don't need to point fingers or dwell on what's gone wrong. The power to change starts with you. Every challenge is a chance to grow stronger. Every struggle is an opportunity to learn. When you shift your focus from what's beyond your control to what's within it, you become unstoppable. Successful people didn't get where they are because life was easy. They started in tough spots too. What made the difference was that they took action. They didn't wait, they moved forward, even with limited resources. They created progress where others saw dead ends. Start viewing setbacks as lessons. When things get hard, ask, what can I take from this? Growth doesn't happen in comfort, it happens in challenge. High achievers know that each obstacle is a stepping stone, not a wall. Push through and you'll find new strength on the other side. Stop telling yourself that things are too hard or that it's too late. These thoughts are often just excuses dressed up as reasons. If you truly want change, the power lies within you. The moment you stop making excuses and begin taking action, everything begins to shift. You'll stop feeling stuck and start feeling empowered. You'll take back control of your life and your future. The first step toward any transformation is a change in mindset. You must stop viewing yourself as a victim of your circumstances and start recognizing your role as the creator of your own future. This shift allows you to see opportunity instead of limitation. You'll begin to understand that everything you need to succeed is already within you. You just need to take the first step. Change doesn't happen overnight. It requires consistent effort and dedication. But even the smallest actions, repeated daily, compound over time to create powerful results. Each step you take moves you closer to the life you envision. Focus on what you can do today and keep progressing. This is how lasting change happens. If you're ready to change your life, start by making a clear decision. A decision to stop waiting and begin building the life you want now. The power to create lasting change already lives inside you. It's time to take ownership of your journey, one step at a time. Affirmation 3. I am strong enough to face challenges. Life is full of obstacles. No one is immune to hardship. Whether you're navigating personal struggles, career setbacks, or sudden changes, challenges are an inevitable part of growth. But here's what you need to remember. Challenges are not there to defeat you. They are there to develop you. Each one offers a chance to grow, evolve, and become more resilient. Challenges are a part of life that no one can escape. They come in many forms: unexpected setbacks, personal hardships, professional roadblocks, and emotional battles. But what separates those who grow from those who give up is one simple truth. How you respond to the challenge determines what it becomes. And within you, there is more strength than you've ever given yourself credit for. You may not feel strong every day, and that's okay. Strength doesn't mean never feeling overwhelmed or discouraged. It doesn't mean pretending everything's fine. Real strength is having the courage to keep going even when everything in you wants to quit. It's waking up on your hardest days and choosing to try again. It's acknowledging the pain while refusing to be defeated by it. Think about it. How many times have you faced situations you thought would break you? And yet here you are, still standing, still breathing, still fighting. That's not weakness, that's resilience. That's proof that you are far more powerful than you think. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow, not just in skill, but in character. Difficult moments teach patience, humility, grit, and grace. They reveal parts of you that only show up under pressure. You begin to realize that setbacks aren't the opposite of progress, they're part of it. Each struggle is like a weight that when lifted makes you stronger for the next one. Too often people see challenges as reasons to stop, but the most successful and resilient individuals understand that struggle is not a sign of failure. It's a sign that growth is happening. Struggle means you're pushing beyond your comfort zone. And that's where real transformation begins. Reflect on the difficult times you've already overcome. Even in your lowest moments, you kept going, you pushed past pain and fear, and you're still here. That alone proves your strength. You've already handled more than you give yourself credit for, and you're capable of handling more still. Every time you're confronted with a challenge, you have a choice. You can allow it to defeat you, or you can rise to meet it. The strongest people aren't those who avoid adversity. They're the ones who face it and grow from it. Through challenges, you build emotional strength, mental resilience, and unwavering self-confidence. Strength isn't about never being afraid or never feeling uncertain. True strength is the ability to keep moving forward in spite of those feelings. It's about showing up even when you're unsure. It's the belief that you can keep going even when the way forward isn't clear. That's what sets high achievers apart, their willingness to persist no matter how tough things get. The challenges in your life aren't here to break you. They're shaping you into the person you need to be to reach your next level. Each obstacle is a lesson, every setback a stepping stone. With every difficulty, you become more prepared, more confident, and more capable. Each challenge is a moment to remind yourself of your inner strength. With every trial you overcome, you reinforce your resilience. So rather than fearing challenges, see them as opportunities. Let them shape you, not define you. You are stronger than you realize, and you've proven it time and time again. Your past challenges have already shown what you're made of. You are resilient. You've overcome before and you will again. With each new obstacle, you'll rise even stronger. So when life tests, you meet it head on and remind yourself of just how powerful you truly are. When you repeat to yourself, I am strong enough to face challenges, you're not just saying words, you're making a decision. A decision to stay grounded, a decision to rise even if it's slowly, a decision to trust that what's on the other side of this obstacle is worth the effort it takes to get through it. Affirmation 4. I deserve success and happiness. Success and happiness are not rewards reserved for a lucky few. They are your right. Yet many people go through life believing they aren't worthy of either. They think they need to suffer, prove themselves, or reach some milestone before they're allowed to feel joy. But that's simply not true. Your worth isn't defined by past failures, mistakes, or hardships. You deserve success and happiness just by being who you are. The moment you accept that you are worthy of success is the moment everything begins to change. Too many people wait for validation from society, family, or friends to believe they're enough, but the only validation you need is your own. You don't need permission to chase your dreams. You don't need someone to say you're good enough. You already are. Some believe that their past disqualifies them from future success, but your past only defines you if you allow it to. Everyone makes mistakes. What matters is how you move forward. Forgiveness and growth are the keys. The people who succeed aren't those who never failed. They're the ones who didn't let failure stop them. Happiness doesn't come after success. It should come before. Many believe they'll be happy once they've achieved a goal or reached a certain status, but waiting for happiness only delays it. Instead, choose happiness now. When you lead with joy and gratitude, success becomes a natural byproduct. Happy people are more confident, creative, and motivated. Their energy attracts opportunity. Once you embrace your worth, you no longer need outside approval. You'll begin operating from a place of confidence and certainty. You stop needing to prove yourself because you know you are enough. When you fully accept that you deserve success and happiness, your life begins to align with that truth. One common trap is waiting for someone else to give you permission to be happy. People wait for approval for the right time or a sign that it's okay, but the only approval that matters is your own. Once you give yourself permission to be happy and pursue what matters to you, everything changes. Stop holding back. You don't have to earn your worth. You don't have to meet anyone's expectations. You are already worthy. Success is for you. Happiness is for you. You don't have to wait. You just have to believe and begin. Affirmation 5, I am stronger than my fears. Fear can be one of the most limiting emotions. It plants doubt, urges you to stay safe, and keeps you in your comfort zone. It tells you to hold back, second guess yourself, and avoid risk. But fear only has as much power as you give it, and it's often an illusion. Each time you let fear control your decisions, you reinforce the idea that it's stronger than you. But fear is not a dead end. It's a challenge. It's an invitation to grow. The people who succeed aren't fearless. They simply choose to act anyway. Think about all the times fear has held you back. Maybe fear of failure stopped you from starting something new, or fear of rejection kept you quiet, or still, each time fear took an opportunity from you. But that can change. Right now, for the next 7 days, challenge your fear. Remind yourself, I am stronger than my fears, and act even if it feels uncomfortable. Fear thrives in imagination. Rarely is the reality as bad as we fear. When you face fear, it loses its grip. Take public speaking, for example. The anxiety vanishes once you start, or the fear of rejection fades once you realize a no doesn't define you. Fear feels real, but it's only as strong as your response, the moment you act. In spite of it, you begin to take back control. Each time you face fear, you build courage. You gain confidence, strength, and momentum. Growth lives on the other side of fear. Every big step in life, every goal, every opportunity requires the bravery to move forward, even when it's uncomfortable. You don't have to eliminate fear to take action. You just need to act anyway. Courage means doing it even when you're scared. The more often you face fear, the less power it has. Eventually, it becomes just another feeling, not a barrier. This week, commit to challenging your fears. Speak up when you feel nervous. Start the project you've been delaying. Move forward, even when it's uncomfortable. Each brave step builds a stronger you. Fear doesn't define you. You define how far you'll go. You've faced fear before, and you can do it again. This is your moment. Step forward and prove to yourself that your courage is greater than your fear. Affirmation 6, I grow wiser with every experience. Life is not meant to be a straight line. It's full of ups and downs, unexpected turns, moments of clarity, and seasons of uncertainty. And in every one of those moments, there is something to be learned. Something to help you become wiser, stronger, more compassionate, and more aware of who you are. Wisdom isn't something you're born with. It's something you gain through lived experience. It's built through years of trial and error, through reflection, and through being honest about your choices and their outcomes. It doesn't come from always getting things right. It comes from understanding your missteps, analyzing your setbacks, and using them to make better decisions going forward. Every moment has the potential to teach you something. If you're willing to pay attention, it's not just the major events or big wins that shape you. Often, the most valuable insights come from quiet struggles, from the times when things didn't go as planned, from relationships that ended, goals that weren't met, or paths you thought were right but turned out to be wrong. These experiences are not wasted. They're part of your personal curriculum in the school of life. The danger comes when we refuse to extract the lesson. Too many people go through life repeating the same patterns, not because they're incapable of growth, but because they're not taking time to reflect. They're not asking themselves the tough but necessary questions. Why did this happen? What role did I play? What can I do differently next time? Growth requires curiosity. It requires a willingness to face discomfort and turn it into understanding. It's easy to look back at certain chapters of your life and feel shame or regret, but those moments served a purpose. They helped shape your character. Maybe they taught you patience, humility, or resilience. Maybe they taught you what you don't want so you can move toward what you do. Don't run from your past. Revisit it with compassion, mine it for wisdom, and carry that wisdom with you. Keep in mind, experience alone does not make you wise. There are plenty of people who go through hardship but remain stuck. The real growth comes when you slow down and reflect. Journal about what you've learned. Talk about your experiences with people who challenge your thinking. Use each season of your life as a classroom, because it is. As you get wiser, your outlook begins to shift. You become less reactive and more thoughtful. You stop taking things personally and start seeing the bigger picture. You don't fear mistakes as much because you know they are part of the process. Wisdom doesn't remove difficulty from life, but it helps you navigate it with more clarity and grace. And remember, your wisdom isn't just for you. By learning, growing, and evolving, you're better equipped to help others. Your story can inspire, your insight can guide someone else. Your ability to reflect and adapt becomes an example of what's possible. You become a light for others simply by continuing to learn from your own journey. So remind yourself, often every experience counts. Every chapter has meaning. With each new day, you are gaining more clarity, more confidence, and more understanding. Let your past empower you, not define you. You are growing wiser with every step you take. Affirmation 7, I am grateful for my life today. Gratitude is not just a nice sentiment. It's a strategy. It's one of the most practical, effective tools you can use to improve your mindset, your relationships, and your overall well-being. Gratitude isn't about pretending life is perfect. It's about recognizing that even in imperfection, there is beauty, even in challenge, there is growth, and even in struggle, there are blessings. The power of gratitude lies in its simplicity. When you pause to recognize what you have, you interrupt the cycle of wanting, comparing, and complaining. You stop obsessing over what's missing and begin to see what's already present. Gratitude helps you trade anxiety for peace, restlessness for contentment, and scarcity for abundance. One of the most powerful things you can do is build a habit of gratitude. Start with small things, a warm bed, a conversation with a friend, the ability to learn. When you make it a habit to appreciate the ordinary, you begin to experience life in an extraordinary way. You develop a deeper connection to your present moment, and that is where true joy lives. Many people are constantly chasing what's next. They move from goal to goal without taking time to enjoy where they are. This creates a cycle of dissatisfaction, even in the midst of progress. Gratitude breaks that cycle. It allows you to pause, breathe, and fully experience the richness of the life you're living. Right now, if you've ever overcome a difficult time, think about who you became in the process, that growth, that perspective, that strength. You wouldn't have it if not for the challenges you faced. Even your hardships can be part of what you are grateful for, not because they were easy, but because they made you who you are. Gratitude also improves how you relate to others. When you show appreciation for kind gestures, for support, for simply being present, You strengthen your relationships. Gratitude fosters connection. It makes people feel seen, valued, and appreciated. And when you create a habit of expressing that appreciation, you build trust, closeness, and mutual respect. Practicing gratitude also shifts how you respond to setbacks. Instead of feeling like everything is against you, you learn to ask, what can I still be thankful for? That question doesn't erase the problem, but it changes how you carry it. You stop letting one bad moment define your entire day. You develop emotional resilience, the ability to bounce back faster and stay centered in what really matters. The benefits of gratitude are backed by research too. Studies show that people who practice gratitude regularly report better sleep, lower stress, improved mental health, and stronger immune systems. Gratitude isn't just good for your heart, metaphorically, it's good for your body, mind, and overall life satisfaction. To take your gratitude practice deeper, try writing a letter to someone you appreciate, even if you never send it. Call someone just to say thank you. Keep a daily gratitude journal. Use sticky notes to post small reminders around your space. Turn gratitude into a part of your environment, not just a thought that comes and goes. Visualize what your life would feel like if you lived from a place of deep appreciation. Imagine waking up with joy, going through your day with peace, and ending it with a sense of fulfillment. This is the power of consistent gratitude. It transforms your mindset, and that transformation ripples into every area of your life. Remember, gratitude is not about ignoring the hard parts of life. It's about balancing them with awareness of what's good. It's choosing to focus on what uplifts, what inspires, and what keeps you grounded. So for the next 7 days and beyond, make gratitude a non-negotiable part of your routine. Say it aloud, write it down, share it with others. The more you practice it, the more naturally it flows, and the more it changes the way you experience the world. When you focus on what you're thankful for, you shift from scarcity to abundance, from problems to perspective, from frustration to appreciation. Gratitude helps you see the value in the present moment. It highlights the good that already exists in your life, even during hard times. And when you practice gratitude consistently, you naturally attract more positivity. Many people believe happiness comes after success, after the promotion, the achievement, the milestone, but it's actually the other way around. Happiness fuels success. Grateful people are more optimistic, productive, and motivated. When you live with gratitude, you operate from a mindset of abundance. That leads to more creativity, resilience, and growth. Gratitude doesn't mean ignoring your challenges. It means choosing to recognize the good within them. Think about something you once hoped for that you now have. It could be a job, a relationship, peace of mind, or personal progress. What was once a dream is now your reality. Reflect on that. Appreciate how far you've come. We're often so focused on what's next that we forget to pause and celebrate what we've already achieved. Without gratitude, constant striving can leave us feeling empty. But when you stop to appreciate the journey, you create space for joy and fulfillment. Gratitude doesn't just change your outlook, it changes your entire approach to life. When you lead with gratitude, problems feel less overwhelming. You start seeing obstacles as opportunities to grow. Gratitude builds mental strength, emotional balance, and a more positive response to stress. It also strengthens your relationships. When you notice and appreciate the kindness and support others show, your connections deepen, and when you express that appreciation, you build stronger bonds. Gratitude creates a cycle of positivity. What you give out comes back to you. Gratitude also shapes your future. When you expect good things, when you believe that life is working in your favor, you attract more of what you want. The law of attraction is real. What you focus on expands. If you focus on what's lacking, you'll feel stuck. But if you focus on what's good, you'll begin to see opportunities everywhere to build gratitude into your life. Start your mornings by listing 3 things you're thankful for. They don't have to be big. Small wins and simple moments count. Maybe it's the sunrise, a warm cup of coffee, or the people around you. Then throughout the day, try to find something to appreciate in every situation, even the difficult ones. At night, take a moment to reflect on your day. What made you smile? What went well? Saying aloud, "I am grateful for my life today," helps reinforce a positive mindset. The more you practice this, the more natural it becomes. Over time, your whole perspective begins to shift, not because life becomes perfect, but because you start noticing the good that was always there. Gratitude is the foundation of a joyful, successful life. It fuels resilience, strengthens relationships, and brings peace. When you choose gratitude, you find strength in challenges, perspective in struggles, and meaning in everyday moments. You learn to keep moving forward with hope and clarity. For the next 7 days, commit to living with gratitude. Start each day by recognizing what you're thankful for. When problems arise, look for the hidden good. And before bed, reflect on what made your day worthwhile. Gratitude is more than a feeling. It's a practice. And when it becomes part of your daily life, everything changes. You've now seen how powerful your words are in shaping your reality. The truth is, you can change your life simply by changing how you speak to yourself. Why wait? Start today. Train your mind, shift your beliefs, and take action toward the life you know you're capable of creating. If this message resonated with you, be sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. The journey of transformation begins with you, and this is just the beginning.